Welcome! Today we're going to talk about this awesome 2023 Rivian R1S. This is a launch edition, one amazing mid-size sport utility vehicle. This one has third row seating. If you're curious what's the difference between the Rivian R1T and the R1S, the T stands for truck, which is a pickup truck, and the S stands for SUV, which this one is. The SUV came out second, the pickup truck was first, and it's amazing. It's really almost like in a class all its own. If you're looking for a mid-size, all-electric, off-road capable SUV with third row seating, there's not too much to choose from, but luckily you have an amazing vehicle with the Rivian R1S. In fact, Volkswagen has recently made a $4 billion investment into Rivian to gain access to their technology. Rivian gets the benefit of having lower manufacturing costs, hopefully cheaper parts to lower their production process. Rivian's production process is actually pretty expensive if I want to get down in the weeds. But whenever you create a new vehicle, it all comes to economy of scale. You need to mass produce them and able to get your costs down to be profitable. So right now it's estimated that Rivian probably spends about $140,000 give or take for every R1T and R1S they make. So they sell them at a loss because obviously they don't sell them for $140,000. Generally, a new one like this is priced in the $80,000, $90,000 price range, sometimes a little bit more depending on the equipment. But with the benefit of partnering up with a big manufacturer like Volkswagen, hopefully they can get less expensive parts, and Volkswagen can help them lower their production costs. And then Volkswagen, which actually has been struggling a little bit with their electric vehicles, they can gain access to Rivian's amazing technology. They have amazing technology in the electric motors, the powertrain, software management, and the infotainment system. The infotainment system is fantastic in the Rivian. Very kind of similar to Tesla. It's constantly getting updates, improving, adding features. I'm a big fan of EVs. I daily drive a Tesla. I'm a big fan of Tesla. But the one thing I like about Rivian, I like a lot of things about Rivian, and not that I'm gonna you do your own research. I'm not a stock. I'm not a investment consultant. But I actually purchased a little Rivian stock as well because I have a lot of faith in the company. The thing about Rivian is they really have an amazing attention to detail in the exterior and the interior, where Tesla's kind of a little bit more minimalist as far as their features go. Just a little itty bitty features here, the bezels and the little details of this thing. There's a lot of detail in the interior of this thing. It feels almost like an electric Range Rover. It feels very, very premium. It feels like it should cost over $100,000 when it's new. I mean, the quality of the leather, the fit and finish, the wood trim, all the little features in this thing is absolutely beautiful. Everywhere you look, there's plenty of storage down there. You have USB-C connectivity. You have this really cool wireless speaker right here, a wireless Bluetooth speaker, and it charges as well when you put it back in its port. You have a nice big screen right here, and then you have this huge touch screen right here. So if you're curious about the features of Rivians, you can go to the About screen right here, and this will tell you. So this is the R1S Launch Edition. If you're curious what the difference is between like a Launch Edition and Adventure, the Launch Editions just have more standard equipment. The Adventures can have similar equipment to the Launch Edition. You just have to add it to the option sheet, where the Launch Edition has more standard equipment, and it does have some unique features as well. So this has a forest edge interior, the warm ash wood trim. The exterior is limestone. This has a large battery pack, so it has a fully charged range of give or take 300 miles. And now Rivian, if you go to their website, they have a wider variety of vehicles. They have vehicles with smaller battery packs. They have dual motor versions of the R1S. This is a quad motor. It's a quad motor all-wheel drive. So this has an electric motor for each wheel. So it can produce a lot of horsepower. The combined output's over 800 horsepower. Max tow rating is 11,000 pounds. 0 to 60 is like a little over 3 seconds. This thing is very, very quick. And as far as like off-road prowess goes, if you do plan on going off-road, the most off-roadable version is the quad motor, because the quad motor is able to modulate individual power to each wheel very precisely. A lot better than you can do with the dual motor version of the R1S. So that's something to consider. And this one also has these 22-inch sport bright side wheels. And this is a US-made vehicle. It's made in Normal, Illinois. So you have this amazing touchscreen. Then you have highly adjustable vehicle as well. You can adjust the regen, stability control, the feel of almost everything. This has an amazing air suspension, so you can lower it. You can raise the air suspension's ride height to very high for off-roading situations. So you have a terrain management system, you have an off-road mode, and you can see when we put it in the off-road mode, it's already raising up the suspension to the highest setting. Then we have a trailering mode. So when you plug in the trailer, it gives you a lot of trailering information. A lot of people who tow the Rivian are very impressed by the information the trailering system provides. We have a great climate control system. We have a heated and air-conditioned front seats, heated steering wheel. Very intuitive system to use. Beautiful fit and finish on the interior. We have the suspension at its highest setting. I put it in off-road mode. You can just have an idea about the type of ground clearance this thing has. It's pretty remarkable. And then it can also get really low to the ground, making it a little bit more sporty to drive, making it easier to get in and out of. It makes it a little bit more energy efficient on the highway, making it less, making it more aerodynamic, lower to the ground. Here's these amazing 22-inch wheels. Always a giveaway to tell if it's a quad motor. The quad motors always have the yellow brake calipers. Okay, we're gonna put it down on a lower setting now. You get a lot of information in the off-road mode. You have a compass, elevation, pitch and roll angles, tire pressure, motor temperature. Then we'll put it back in the regular mode, so we'll put it in the lowest setting. You can see now it's quickly lowering down. I love the front end styling, the way the whole front end lights up. Really cool LED lights. These things look super cool at nighttime as well. This one has the key, and it also has a wristband key, which is pretty nice. You can wear that like you put this wristband on and that's your key to the vehicle. Just get in and go. No on and off switch. And the nice thing of a front, since there's no engine here, up here you have a lot of storage. And there's even additional storage under there, and there's the original window sticker on it. This one has a matte wrap on it, so obviously you can take it off, but the wrap pretty much matches the original exterior color. It's just instead of a glossy color, it's a more of a matte color. It's kind of like a cell phone protector, keeping the actual paint nice and protected, especially if you go off-road. But if you don't like it for whatever reason, you can always remove the wrap yourself. Man, the details, all this stuff, like the metal, the little Rivian logo here, the stitching in the dashboard, the wood trim. You don't see this type of detail in a Tesla. As much as I love Teslas, Rivian has done an amazing job. And looking at over here, look at the back of the seat. You have these little hooks. You have a little USB connector. You have like a coat hook right there for you. Nice, comfortable second row accommodations. You have a big panoramic roof to allow lots of lateral light inside. Really beautiful suede cloth headliner. And then the third row seats also make this a practical everyday family vehicle as well. Nice clean rear end styling. And of course we have a power lift gate that comes up in two pieces. Making it a little easier for people with low ceilings in their garages with the two-piece tailgate. The third row seats fold fairly flat. The second row seats fold fairly flat as well. Turning it into a great cargo van. You might have to fold the seats or move the headrest to get the seats completely flat, but you kind of get the idea. We have a 120 outlet right there. Oh, we have an air compressor over there, as you can see. Hit the button by accident. A little extra storage under there, first aid kit, tool kit. If you want one of the premier off-road electric vehicles, SUVs, go no further than the Rivian R1S with a quad motor. It is king of the hill right now as far as off-road electric SUVs go. And compared to a lot of gas vehicles, a lot of gas SUVs, it can certainly hold its own as well. And even if you never take it off-road, it's amazing on-road manners. It's a beautiful vehicle to drive every day. It's quick with over 800 horsepower, and it's gonna save you on gas versus having a gas-powered vehicle with a big thirsty V8 with 800 horsepower. And then we got to talk about maintenance costs. The magic thing about EVs is it's not just that they're going to save you money with gas versus electricity, they're also going to save you money on maintenance, because think of what would you be comparing this to. You'd probably be comparing this to like a AMG Mercedes or a BMW with a big twin turbo V8 like an X5 or an X7. Well, those complex engines have thousands of moving parts. They're under high stress with turbos making up big power, so you have a lot of things that can go wrong and break. With this, you don't have thousands of moving parts, you have dozens. You have battery and electric motors are fairly simple, and there's not too much to go wrong. You have a really long warranty on these things. I think the warranty is like 8 years, 10 years, 150, 180,000 miles on the battery powertrain. You probably won't even own this anymore by the time the battery's out of warranty. And honestly, batteries and EVs have proven to be very robust. 10, 15 years ago, the jury is kind of still out on how long these batteries would last in EVs, but now there are plenty of EVs out there with 200, 300, and 400,000 miles still on the original batteries. There's a smart proximity key, so as you can see, I get close, it's gonna turn the lights on and unlock itself. That's why it keeps on doing that. So, obviously, compared to like a high performance European vehicle, this thing is going to be probably a lot lower maintenance costs and a lot less to go wrong as far as complexity goes. And then the brakes, with regenerative braking, it's not uncommon to get 100, 150,000, 200,000 miles out of the brakes out of an EV, because the great thing with regenerative braking, instead of using the brakes to slow the vehicle down, it reverses the polarity of the electric motor and it recaptures that energy that you normally lose through heat through braking and puts it back in the battery, which makes it more efficient, but it also makes the brakes last a long time because you're not using the brakes anywhere as much as a regular gas-powered vehicle. And high performance brakes on a vehicle like this could be $2,000 just for front brakes, new pads and rotors. It can be quite expensive. So yeah, it's a beautiful vehicle, it's premium, but it's also very cost effective compared to a high performance, gas powered premium SUV. Well, there we have it, a beautiful example of a 23 Rivian R1S launch edition. Thanks for taking the time today to watch this video. Hope to see you soon and have a wonderful day.